Welcome back, adventurers. We're continuing our journey in stories. I think we'll go find the armature of the Sky Ripper this time. As I think the next quest goes to Zenobia. So maybe that'll teach us the hidden truth behind her.
Sky Ripper was a long shot. He'd have to devote himself to it. No side journeys, no rescuing old friends. That was against his nature. Could he stick with it?
Nope. Not this time around. You're not catching me this time.
The eyes have had it.
Ah. Hello, door. Hurry up. Ah, good. Just out of view. So let's see what's down this path. Ravens! Ah! Why is it every time I take a break from this game? Apparently doesn't even matter if it's a day or... You stop healing them. Ah! You will not get me this time. Haha.
There had to be a way to use the Sky Ripper without causing a catastrophe. Why? Maybe it's always dangerous, he imagined Zenobia saying. Always the voice of reason, that one. Well, there had to be a way to use the Sky Ripper because not being able to use it was boring. So there.
But I want to use the
This
weapon
thing
of ultimate destruction.
really needed a roof.
Oh, here we go. We have a letter. The truth behind the Sky Ripper is shrouded in a thick fog. The most believable tale is that the Transcendent Emperor has used the Sky Ripper to banish Iblis. Then the Transcendent Emperor, buried the weapon and vanished. Was it a self-imposed exile to rid the world of its last divine presence? Or was it the price to pay for using such a tremendous power? Could the Sky Ripper and the Iblis have a deeper connection than just a weapon and its victim? My rituals will summon the Iblis Stone. Perhaps I should worry that they will also cause the Sky Ripper to resurface. If that is the case, I should spare no resource to find it. A weapon that can banish a god is an invaluable bargaining chip should the Old Ones decide to double-cross me. It is in their nature to try. But gods are predictable, and I can rely on that to always be one step ahead. Ah, his secret journal.
He needed some way to break the ice with this wall, so to speak.
Maybe a couple of drinks, or you could just stab it. Where are you going to take me? Across the way. It's just to the other side of the void door. Yeah, void door just opened. Okay. So, two different ways to getting in here.
When Renato went to the china shop, for some reason the owner was always nervous.
I wonder why. He's always quite gentle. Stop that. me your shield. Ah. Not gonna get on me. Ah. Not good. He did drop it. Much better. What loot do we have here?
Sensed the jewel's power. He had a feeling they were going to be great friends. He didn't need to hurry to face her. She would find him.
No, I think we need to hurry to face her. So, onward.
Leonardo asked himself why he changed course to confront Zenobia. He'd no idea. Sometimes he would just do things, and he could never figure out why he'd done them. Usually, they worked out. After all, he was a hero.
And heroes always do the side quests first.
The truth is, though, he wanted to see her, wasn't it? It had been a dozen years since Swordfu School. He'd followed every rumor about her, every scrap of news. Not that he still loved her. After all,
no.
She was his enemy. No, it was solely because know your enemy. But it would be great to see her. Even if they faced off across sword points, as they'd done so many times at school. The world was a less interesting place without her.
Well, you should have asked her to retire with you. Seems to be it.
So that's what they meant by a firewall. What unlocks a firewall?
Lead hackers. Or a key. Interesting. I don't know what the point of that was, but hey.
This one looked familiar. Had he lost this one in a card game? Welcome back, he thought.
Probably not the first thing he's lost in a card game. Is there... I don't see any notes or anything. So teleport. Lead me right back here. But I am curious where the note is hidden on this stage. Wonder if I've missed it already.
He couldn't do worse with Zenobia than he'd done with the core, could he?
Never ask that question. You should already know that. Ooh. This is new, isn't it? Ice wall over there. Jump down. I think I've got into the sewers the last time I was here. Yeah, this is all new. Stealth mission. Sorry, we'll just kill everybody. Oh. Oh, that works.
Boy, someone had spent a lot of money for a graduation present. Renato wasn't entirely sure how he was going to capture Zenobia. She'd be expecting him.
Yeah,
and he didn't have Lapino to cook up a clever plan. Why was it again that he hadn't got the core? Maybe because the results tended to be disastrous. These streets were familiar. The Swordfu School was closed now, but he had been down that street 1,000 times. He knew that pub. He knew that alley. He knew the alley behind it much too well.
Oh my.
No wonder Zenobia had chosen to invade this island herself.
Took out the old Swordfu School herself.
Ah, the road less traveled, thought Renato. How intriguing.
I'm not going to get back here. There was even a pause before he stabbed me in the back just to say, ha ha. Aha, there's the note. Dear Zenobia, as you read this letter, you are locked in your chambers, ready to spend your last night before... Well, you know. I will not apologize. I know you are too proud to forgive me. I also know you won't resist reading through. I also know you won't resist reading through. You are a cat. As much as I have tried to educate you like a proper toad, I swear to you, and you have to believe me, that I did not plan all this when I adopted you. You have always been my special little kitten. That is why I am writing this now, weeks in advance. I know I will not have the heart to do it the night of the sacrifice. If I think of you as my daughter then, I may change my mind. You must think I am selfish, and yes, I am a selfish, sad little toad that is afraid to die. But what I am doing will ultimately serve the greater good. I want the power, I want it all, and so I will keep my subjects content. Peace for eternity. Even if you hate me now, you can still respect that. You have to. It is the only way I can forgive myself for doing this to you. I will miss you for eternity. Tomorrow, try not to make a scene. Everyone will be watching. Still, with love, Father. Wow. That's, So she actually
this
knew.
stone was incredibly valuable. Renato could sense it. Also, it still had its price tag.
Oh, that's helpful. Wish more treasure came with price tags, just so you know the value of what you're finding. And we have arrived. How will Zenobia...
Renato slipped through Zenobia's ship, making no sound at all. Where were her guards? Finally, he reached her bedroom. She was curled up on her bed. Oh, he'd forgotten how beautiful she was. How sleek. How soft. He tapped her on the shoulder with his sword. She vanished. And he suddenly noticed he couldn't move except his mouth. In fact, soon he couldn't keep his mouth shut. He told Zenobia everything. Sky Ripper, the Iblistone, even where the secret rebel base was, until he was hoarse. It was some kind of truth spell. A talky truth spell. She called her father by Farspeaker Toad and filled His Majesty in. But why didn't he get the core? Croaked the Farspeaker in something like His Majesty's croak. Because I missed you, darling. Renato grinned. He doesn't even know why, frowned Zenobia. That makes no sense. It's a trap, shouted the Emperor.
Interesting.
I'll meet you at the outpost, and I'll bring my interrogators. If Renato came face to face with the Emperor, maybe he could assassinate him. But maybe it would be smarter and safer to turn Zenobia against her father.
Well, we're trying to get the Zenobia's truth, so I think this one. Let's see if we can convince her.
What are you doing? Asked Zenobia. Did you ever wonder why the Emperor adopted you? He asked her. She shook her head. He told her. His Majesty wanted to bring the lost gods back. They could make him an eater of souls, an immortal. But to seal his bargain with them, he needed a sacrifice. Someone who truly loved him. She was stunned. Furious. You're lying. Under a truth spell? It's a trick. You can't prove that. Take me to the observatory, and I will.
Interesting. But maybe that's why it's just out on the...
What kind of proof could you possibly have? She said as they landed on the Nexus. Your father ritually sacrificed a village, and he left witnesses? The scientists resurrected one. Well, it's not really alive, but it can talk. A true witness. She frowned. The dead can't lie. Well, I bet they could. They just don't have any reason to. She nodded grimly. You go on ahead. I don't want the ravens to see me. He hadn't noticed that path before.
Where will it lead? Okay. Got stairs up. I feel like this is familiar, but I can't remember. No. Ow. Stop that. There we go. Ouch. Stop that. Keep trying to kill your friends. I do need you. Stab me in the back. Finish him off, and then I finish you
how
off.
much his tailor was going to charge for all the holes in his clothes.
That was it? No gems? Ah, you suck. Oh, hello. Letter. At school, we learned the gospel of the Transcendent Emperor, the last divinity to pierce the skies. He could banish the evil old gods and grant us the gift of time. But could one man, divine as he may be, create something as intricate as time? I have my own theory. I believe that time is a symptom rather than a gift. I am convinced that on a cosmic scale there is a pendulum motion between order and chaos. Transcendent Emperor ended chaos and started the age we live in, an age of cause and effect, fact and logic. Time is merely the tapestry upon which these laws manifest themselves. It is the foundation for order's companion, entropy. But in the age of chaos, when the old gods reign, perception carries more weight than facts. Emotions can shape worlds, and time ceases to exist. The age of order is ending. I am merely helping the inevitable. Entropy has been broken. Fate has been breached. The end of time is coming, and I shall embrace it. Emperor's Secret Journal.
She caught up with him. Don't you think I'd know if my father wanted to invoke the lost gods? Would he tell you? No. Would you help him? No. I'd burn his books. Why'd he adopt a stray cat? You don't ask a thing like that. No, not when there's no good answer, she said, her whiskers twitching.
I think she did know.
No skateboarding, the sign said.
But I could pull a really sweet ollie on this thing. Spin. I think some graphics are missing. Huh.
The scientist at the observatory had a true witness to one of the Emperor's blasphemous rituals. The dead could be made to speak for a short while. Interestingly, they could not be made to lie. After all, what do they have to lose or gain by lying?
Ouch. That's kind of annoying that it's missing some of the textures of the land.
You can't really reason with an energy ball, he thought.
Nope. And with my dodging ability...
The observatory was a burning hulk. Dead scientists and black feathers everywhere. The ravens had burned the reanimated witness to cinders. Renato was stunned. There goes my proof. These were scientists, not rebels, Zenobia said, upset. Why would he do this? I don't know. Let's go to the fleet and ask him. Yes. I'll meet you on the mountains. There's something I have to get first. But could he afford to meet her in the mountains? He'd given the Empire the location of the secret rebel base. They would need rescuing.
We'll meet her, because I'm trying to find her story.
Why was he going to meet up with her? Wasn't it more important to rescue the Rebel Council from the almost certain Imperial attack? Why was he in this war anyway? Was it really to fight the good fight, or did he just want to see her again? One of these days, Renato thought, I should really figure out my motives before I pounce.
Nah. Where's the fun in that? Didn't exactly get him off the edge, but oh well.
There were a lot of dead ravens along the side of the road. Someone had rampaged through here on a killing spree. What had Zenobia gone to get? He had a chilling feeling. It was the Iblis stone. Zenobia was level-headed. A stone to make anyone bloodthirsty. He could tell her style from the blade work on the dead bird.
Ouch. That's not good. We got the armature. I'm hoping that's going to be the answer. Maybe I just looked out. Am I that lucky? I don't know. But I did get a level. I'm gonna max out dash. I'll be... Uh-oh. Yeah, that's not good. Look at that
He reached
aura.
the summit, expecting no one. But there she was, steaming, pacing. I'm gonna kill him, she said. I'm gonna kill all these ravens, and then him, and then his family, and all their eggs and tadpoles. And then I'm gonna burn down their pond. Did you go and get the Iblis stone? Do you see all these ravens I killed? So much power. Yeah, great, Renato said. You really want power from a demonic rock? You want the stone, don't you? Not really. Good. I'd rather not have to kill you. He told her he loved her. That he wouldn't let the Iblis stone take her, even if he had to die for it. Well, he planned to tell her. Now didn't seem like the right time.
Yeah, probably not.
Probably cool off in a bit. So
no.
He let her get in her ship and fly off. He rushed back to the Farfarer and followed her, keeping a healthy distance. Zenobia's ship was just visible through the clouds ahead. How could he reason with her? But he had to. The rebels were down for the count. No wonder. He'd betrayed the location of their base and then he'd abandoned them. And if she became Empress while she was in the grip of the Iblis stone, if she became Empress by murdering her father, she could still be a great Empress.
Nah.
But she could also be a nightmare Empress. She had to be stopped.
With the Iblis stone? Nah.
There were more dead ravens along his path. Some of them wounded in the back. He knew she could have easily talked her way past them, or clouded the little tiny raven brains with a spell. She was going out of her way to kill everything in her path. This wasn't Zenobia. Not as he knew her.
Yeah, this is not a good sign. So now we've got to catch up to Zenobia. I gone this way yet? I don't think I have.
I wonder what happens if I go that way.
More treasure? Snowy mountains. And treasure. Gotcha. First try. That. There we go. So it's just that. Just a treasure chest.
So, his beloved was possessed by the spirit of a demon. That's what it meant to be a hero. To brave the darkness in your loved one's soul. To have faith there was still good in her. To help her out of that darkness, no matter what the cost. But what? What could he do? She'd kill him if he tried to take the Iblis stone from her.
I think I got it. And what awaits us inside?
At the end of the trail of raven corpses was Zenobia. Her father was frantically rigging a strange apparatus wrapped around a glowing core. "Don't do it!" he shouted. "You'll hate yourself in the morning! Stay back!" She screamed in a horrible
made his own
voice
armature.
he'd never heard before. It froze him in his tracks. The Emperor stared at him. "Run!" he told the toad. "Or hop!" But he didn't manage to voice it, only think it. Zenobia stabbed her blade forward, and His Majesty fell dead. She began laughing hysterically. Or was she weeping? "Just walk away," she laughed at him. "I've no more use for you." There was something he needed to do, but he couldn't figure out what it was. So he did as he was told. As he walked away, he felt a chill in the world. The light in the sky seemed to dim. He didn't dare turn. He had a nagging feeling there was something he should have done just then. Something heroic. But he could not have taken the Iblis stone from her by force. And she would not have parted with it willingly. A cold wind blew from where she had been. But he still didn't dare turn. And then, an awful laughter filled the air. And all the torches and all the ships went out. And he realized what he should have done. But by then, it was too late to do anything. He should go back to some of the choices he'd faced before. Maybe there were new paths that had opened up. Like those doors he was opening up all over the map that took him to new treasures and around his enemies. But he'd learned another true thing. Zenobia still had feelings for him.
Okay. Oh, we've got all of the truths. So what do they unlock? 4. Now, I think we'll unlock this on the next session. So, until then, adventurers, have a good night.